And soon, let's get the hype train moving. But I'm just like, nah. Start anytime I want to. Immediately get at the content. So what is it we're doing today? Failing at saving the world and then saving the world.
Yes, the same thing we do every fortnight.
Try to not save the world. All right. So we've opened up East Asia. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, why the hell is that card?
Alright, so we have set up the board and it is time to read the legacy.
There was a card that was shifted the wrong direction. I did not realize it was shifted the wrong direction. All right, so our rules we need to open up are P and 37. I'll open up P, you open up 37.
Right, and I'll destroy the rest of the objectives.
Yep. We got the broadcast misinformation ability.
Were we not told to destroy Recon One Unknown Region?
I think we were told to destroy it earlier. I just skipped over it.
Okay then.
Okay, so we got P and 37. That's already been taken care of. Here is our other mandatory objective. Get Holloman to deflect. Alright, so we now have an in-game goal of if we get Holloman to deflect. Huh. We want Hollow Mangs, and we've done our damnedest to just make sure that there's only like a couple of spots things can spawn. Awesome.
Well, that just means we have to trash more cards to broadcast misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
Although it looks like we can do that exclusively with black and yellow cards.
Uh-huh. Oh god damn, I need to get my sleep schedule on track.
Alright, so evenly supply the grid button.
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check the map to make sure we're good on the no cubes. Looks good to me, and you said it looks good to you, so I think it looks good. Wait, did we get rid of Istanbul?
No, Istanbul is still in package 6.
Okay. Alright. I'm clicking it, I guess. Wait, let's double check the amount. We're at 38, not 36. I don't know why we're...
Right, but there's 2 on Rita already with
Ah!
the no cube.
That's why we're too short. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You put...
It just fell
You
off
put
of
the
Kyra.
supply center in the middle of that. Why did you do that, man?
I don't know why I did that, May.
Um... Is our... I don't think... Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think our count of our city cards is correct anymore.
Well, my TV is still not set up right for displaying correctly, so I
I
can't
just
even see
realized
the red card.
I just realized I was doing that. But you can't see the stuff on the right?
Okay, so 8 red cards. You're right, there should be 9 red cards, unless we, for some reason, put one in the red card pile.
There is absolutely no reason to ever trash a red card in this game. I see 9, which means I think we're at 9 epidemics, Brian.
It's okay. That just means the sooner scientist gets more targets. Are you sure we didn't trash anything else to make things work out then?
That's what I'm checking, Brian. Because we might have. Because it doesn't seem like us to forget about that. Okay, I see 15 yellow. You might want to double check my piles just because I'm kind of in a.
Okay, and why did Tokyo end up with so many cubes compared to the rest?
No clue. That does seem weird, doesn't it? I do remember that one of those months connecting up a city, one of those fortnights connecting up a city was the literal last action.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It just doesn't seem like us to forget about inoculating. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm seeing 16 black.
Okay,
Let me double
that
check.
solves
No,
that.
no, 17. 16 de blue, 15 yellow, and 9 red. So we went over. We are now at 9 epidemics. I'm pretty sure we hit the limit. Let me just. Yep.
Well, okay then.
Jesus. Hey, Brian, if you've ever felt like our hands were getting inundated with all this useless garbage cards, just look at how many useless garbage cards we had directly as a one for one comparison to the other cards we have.
Neat.
Yeah, we have 21 to 9 red cards. We have 21 to 16 blue cards. That's why it feels like our hands keep getting garbage in them.
I mean, you wanted a bloated ass deck.
Well, that's the only way to bloat it to make sure we get hit by epidemics less. That's literally the only way to bloat it. You know. Oh well. So let's not forget we do want to inoculate one area somewhere, sometime, somehow. All right.
All right.
Here you go, Brian.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to infect the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Rita is nothing. The folder?
Don't forget the last three are
Ho
Hollow Man.
Chi Minh. And Soul. Uh-oh, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Trips all got Hollow Mang.
Mm. Tokyo's probably the worst one out of those. I just realized we probably actually do want a line from Avengers HQ to Shanghai. Hear me out here. A line from Avengers HQ to Shanghai.
They're already adjacent.
Avengers HQ to Shanghai?
Research Station?
No. For defecting the Hollow Mangs.
Oh. Well, sure, but it cost red cards to do it.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we had the option at some point. So what do you think? We only I think we should only pay attention to getting them to affect the second fortnight. Just focus on getting all 9 supply centers out this fortnight.
Well, yeah, there's no progress towards Holloman Defect, and I'm 99% sure the only thing it unlocks is the ability to start reckoning.
No, this is a mandatory objective, Brian. We only have
Yeah.
2 objectives and it's mandatory. Our options are we only build 2 supply centers and we get the Holloman to defect. So that way we just don't have to do it next fortnight and just immediately build 3 supply centers. Or we build, you know, uh, uh, we get the total of 9 out, reassigning ones that have max population, etc. Right, and then get the Holloman effect next month. Because otherwise, yeah, like that
Next
objective,
fortnight.
yeah, next fortnight, because that objective can only be completed once, anyways. Anywho, so oh boy, my hand is full of absolute total garbage.
My hand looks like a scientist hand if I ever seen one.
Yeah. The question is, are we bringing the laborer? Are we in the stage of the game where that's just not a deal anymore?
I think it's still way more efficient to labor up those. Uh, the other debate is whether it's worth getting the sprinkler to sprinkler out of Shingy.
At the moment, that's hard to tell. You got to keep in mind, pretty much the amount of Hollowmen we have is almost equal to the amount of infection cards we have. So it's almost guaranteed to be a Hollow Man. Oh, jeez. That is too goddamn hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I do have Hong Kong in my hand, which basically makes it vector control expert.
Okay. And that's the one that stops him from being. Oh.
I get to move shelters around as I scientist away infection piles.
Yeah. So you're going to be juggling the two extra shelters we have until the end.
until there are no infection piles besides
Yeah.
2 spots.
I do have to say this: highly, highly, highly prioritize these areas because we cannot afford the population loss.
Yeah, true facts are true.
And I'm going to admit this: if I have to inoculate, I will. And I don't. I think that should be an option.
You realize it's just going to come back from an epidemic, right?
Right, but it's going to guarantee to be a cube from an epidemic. But I'm just saying, if say the infection deck is like 5 Holomangs and something that's not red and something that is a red, and that red has 3 fucking Holomen on it, I'm fucking inoculating it. I don't care.
Okay, I mean, it's just going to come right back, so it's cool.
I think I don't think inoculation should be off the table. Is what I'm saying. I think in an effort to stop it from population exploding.
Well,
Because
we'll see how
I don't want to get
Ham
to a I don't want
Scientist
a
is able to.
I don't want a Forsaken City, Brian.
Well, then you better build a red research station.
Done. Sprinkler sounds like an okay idea. He does sound like a good idea. So what are we
Yeah, and
thinking?
he gets cards into the. Or he gets cubes out of reserve. Could be useful as well.
Mm-hmm. And I think him and scientists both have reserve cubes.
No, I don't have reserve cubes. I have
Okay.
remote treat showing my hand.
Well, this most useless as hand sounds like a great laborer hand. So I guess it just automatically
I-
decides who's the actual
oh, great
laborer.
farmer hand. Yeah, I understand that.
Remember, the laborer is the backpack carrying the team, and this guy has been carrying the freaking team. Christ. In all seriousness, though, I think we can afford population loss over here in the Europe area.
I mean, 2 of those 4 can't lose pop because shelter.
What I'm saying is I'm fine with moving those shelters off of that area.
Oh, well, what I'm saying is we only need shelters up long enough to murder the city card.
Uh,
So let's see where they are. All right, scientist goes first. I see this as an absolute win.
oh, I think my food is here.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
So as the scientist, I fly to Shanghai, walk to Hong Kong, put a shelter down, trash that, and then I'm gonna trade in this unrationed event for another card, which apparently is going to be Lima. And also, we need to shuffle the deck before we forget.
Do we have the right card? I
Right
saw,
card count?
yeah,
No.
78 total, 9 stacks.
I don't think that we're concerned about when epidemics trigger at
Uh,
this stage.
I am concerned because we have that event in play, Brian. We have that we have that ration event in play. Also, we really, really, really need to make sure that Science Bro is hitting the things. And if that means skipping an epidemic, we skip an epidemic.
Fine. The total is 78, so I will calculate that after executing my turn. Alright, so I go to Shanghai, get to Hong Kong, trash Lima, then trade Lima for or strategic reserves for. Alright, one quiet night, early game. Broken Link Paris, who volunteers as tribute?
Laborer does. Look at his garbage hand.
Neat. Alright, I'll run my calculator there.
Sorry, I'm eating something. Keep you in my mic. Okay, so Laborer does not have a hand that's ready to do anything. So when you broke the Paris link, did you grab the card or grab the cube?
I did not grab the
Okay,
cube.
I'm grabbing the cube.
Oh, also, those three were supposed to go on my.
Oh, okay. I saw them right next to the stockpile, so that's where they belong. All right. So, um, right. It's not like there's anything. There's not like there's any high priority targets right now, is there? Wait, we still have New
Not
York.
unless you want to inoculate stuff that has hollow mangs in it
Mm,
and then be trapped there.
well, we're trying to empty out the inoculation deck, so let me think here. Like I could use two of my actions to produce cubes and just hand it over to the farmer. That's an option.
Yeah. It's also an option to get satellites out so that the farmer can give more cards to labor and scientists.
We never built a permanent yellow station, did we?
No permanent yellow station and no permanent yellow satellite.
All right. All right. So let's build it at a place that's more than likely going to get a station. So one action to go to nowhere, second action to get two supply cubes, slide to the right. Oh, wrong color. Slide to the right. Third. One, two. Third action is drop a satellite. And fourth action is get to teleport.
I think I'm doing really bad maths.
Yeah, because there was nines in there, dude. I know I saw it. I know I saw nines in there. Hold on a second. Pandemic. I wonder if there actually is a pandemic deck size calculator. I actually just Googled pandemic decking board estimator and calculator. What? Fuck it. I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, you did some bad math. There's some decks with size of, like there's at least one deck with size of 9, Brian, and you just
Yeah, and the size 9 decks should be the difference being 8. Okay, yeah. Bad math.
bad math is bad. And I think there was multiple that were size 9. I'm not too sure. I'm not. I didn't calculate it out myself. So he's done all 4 of his actions. Okay, I'm just gonna point out your
Okay, now
first
it's
deck
maxed
is
out.
size 8.
Yes, 1 through 8.
It has 8
That
cards in it.
yes, the top shit is supposed to be the bigger
Oh fuck!
stacks.
I reversed in my head. Okay. I reversed in my
Yeah,
head. I'm sorry.
there's the bottom 3 stacks are 8 thick, and then the top 6 stacks are 9 thick.
I think I figured out our shuffled deck's problem then. I think it put the 9s on the bottom.
But that's not how it works.
I think it put the 9s on the bottom. I'll have to double check the footage later. Okay, so he's done all 4 of his actions. He draws 2. He draws an epidemic. Is our first epidemic of the game, and it's
Wrong
not
spot.
that, it's that. Oh, wait, we need to shuffle it first. So,
Soap.
Holomang at the folder. And Holomang at the Tokes.
Okay.
Laborer goes 1 to Shingi. 2, 3. So he gets 2 drops, in other words. 1 drop is going to be at the Hutch. And the second drop is going to be at the folder.
Well, I'm going to annihilate the folder,
You're going
or I'm
to
going to
annihilate
annihilate
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
You're going to
Okay.
annihilate Tokyo. That's the smart move because it has more Holomangs.
Nuffy fair.
Alright, trips that does nothing, and the Hoches that actually just removes a supply cube. Alright, Mr. Science Bro, what you gonna science?
Alright, so I'm gonna move 2 to Tokes. Free action kill Tokes. Build a shelter using good That's the last shelter, so we'll be shuffling stuff around from this point forward. I take all them keys. I go to Sprinkler, and Sprinkler gets all my keys.
Thanks, bro.
And then I draw a dos.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the single card to build black
Supply center.
uh, supply center. Holomangon Rieta.
Let me take care of that.
And Hong Kong loses a cube. Wait, Hong Kong was the one I killed.
Did you remove the wrong one earlier?
I must have not grabbed it at all.
Okay. Well then.
Okay, so Holomangon trips instead.
And Trips is at capacity now. Alright, go ahead and do the laborer's turn. I have no clue what to do with him.
Okay, labor's pink. So, first action. Oh, we've already built that satellite, eh? And a yellow one, eh? So he makes 2 cubes. And then what to do, what to do. Go to soap, place cubes, go to Vormir.
That's better than what I would have done. I would have just gone to the farmer and said, take my cubes. Well, he's got blue.
Yes, he does. Nothing.
And
Broken link. Paris loses a cube.
yeah, we aren't gonna break that link because there is no link to break. Farmer's turn. First action is go to Istanbul. Second action is produce the one supply cube. Let's just go ahead and make sure we don't have to pay attention to Paris for a long time. London is no cubes?
Yeah, London is no cubes.
That's the second action. Third action is go back to Shingi. And fourth action is to continue supporting the Hooch.
Okay, just gonna point out that we need cubes to go to stockpile now for the uh,
Oh, actually, hold on a second. For the what?
labor.
The labor? Well, I'll
Yeah.
give him his cubes then. Actually, I have a better idea. My fourth action is to. Nope, I have no city that needs a cube from reserve. My fourth action is just to stand and pray. My prayers were not answered.
Flow rider. All right, we are definitely not one quiet nighting before the scientist.
The manila folder gets one.
Oh, that's actually perfect.
Tripoli, nothing happens.
Just two. Just two.
Tripoli, nothing happens. Thought we were at 3. My brain is all over
Nope,
the
we've
place.
only had 2 epidemics. All right, so scientist turn. Walk into the. Take the shelter from Tokyo, discarding Altana. Move back here, and then I'm going to set myself up to deliver trips. All right, this time I remembered to actually kill the thing. All right, infections, Florida.
Hollow Man on Rita and Florida.
Florida was just a cube, though, right?
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, do I want to even bother putting a supply center on something blue? I guess he doesn't really
Um,
have much else to do, so yeah. 1, 2, put it on New York. Wrong character.
yeah, you're on Vormir.
Okay, slide up 1, and then second action is New York. Just make sure I was doing it correctly. That's 2, yeah. Second action is supply center on New York. Third action is, I don't know, Brian. You have an idea?
Get your cubes back, and then
Get ready
uh,
to deploy on black, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. Last action is to go to the stands. Yep, stand. Okay. Okay, and Brian, here we go. The Hollow Mang at the Hutch. We got a Hollow Mang at Paris Broken Link. But there's no reason to break the link because you got.
Because second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's Sprinkler gonna do?
No freaking clue. So we're good at the folder, right?
Right,
We're good at Tokyo.
and we're good at Hong Kong. There's only 3 reds left.
So let's, I guess, do a tad bit of sprinklering on Ho Chi Minh, I guess. Ho Chi Minh.
Okay, if you want to smuggler twice on London, that would be a thing. but that's also an entire blue cure.
That being said, I don't think we're going to be in a pain of like we don't have enough cures, especially blue ones. We've almost like legitimately, besides like Atlanta and Chicago, which are all useless territories anyways. We've legitimately
Well,
run out of good territories to deploy the blue cures.
also because I have the black infrastructure, we can literally build 9 black
Yeah, so
cards.
two from reserve on London. I assume you said that because you were going to London at some point.
No, it's more like, oh, if you put them in reserves in the exact same spot,
It becomes
uh,
worthwhile. Got it.
right. Damn it.
What's it gonna be?
Trips. So good. Trips is one that we want in our
Yeah,
infection.
but we're not guaranteed to have it land on top. So here we go. We're now at three
No, I
land.
meant that's the one that we want a broken link.
Nothing happens on that trip. Uh, Hollow Man Greta and a standard Paris. Yeah, like I said, none of these were guaranteed to come out.
But that means I can't actually do anything.
Yeah,
Okay, so 2 black cures coming your way. So that's 2. Um, I make supplies and then I walk. All right, infection time.
don't forget to draw.
You are correct. Ah, some crap. Okay, Hollow Men on regular trip.
It's full. Nobody's home. No vacancy.
Ho Chi Minh loses a cube. Jacksonville, do we discard a yellow card to prevent cube from leaving?
Already discarded.
Okay then. Uh, Builder's turn to build 2 blacks.
All right. Which area do we remove?
So that was 3 actions.
Yeah. Which area? Which area do we remove?
That was the second one.
That was a total of
So,
three. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure we've done all 3 supply centers at this point. Okay.
oh, sorry. That was the
Okay.
third
Okay.
one. There are 6 on the table and
No, no,
9
we're good.
total.
We're good.
So
We're good.
still
We're good.
haven't
We're good.
moved.
We're good. 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 All right. Well, I guess get 2 more supply cubes back for possible build actions. No, I already did that, Brian.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
and I just casually have another black here.
Neat.
Just hyper casually have one. All right. Well, laborer. Um,
So
that's
now
it.
we need to infect since you just drew.
Oh yeah. Nothing. Hollow minute read and it's full. Okay, and hollow minute the soaps. All right. So,
Okay, we are down to 9 Hollow Mangs.
yep. I knew this month would be dangerous. The best thing we can do is make sure we get as many of those supply centers out there as possible. And because it sounds like we might be losing. Okay. There's something in there you want to kill. So, since there is something in there you want to kill, let's see here. Are we in a danger draw? So we've had 3 epidemics so far. This is a safe draw. So you are going to have something to kill.
Oh, your city's color must match the figure's current city. You don't actually have to discard anything.
What are you talking about?
For broadcast misinformation, you just need to be at the right satellite. So, the idea would actually be to fill up areas to prevent Holloman from spawning if we had pre-built shelters.
Mm. Well, I mean, we could. We have enough. We can boop boop into the Ho Chi Minh and
Yeah,
fill it
do
out.
you want to
But
take
that's a
that?
terrible idea right now because Ho Chi Minh doesn't have a shelter. Anywho, um,
Okay, well, Shangi's going to have permanently a shelter, so if you want to just waste actions, you can just shove Tokyo into Shangi or whatever.
hold on a second. So what's?
So we can shove Holloman into
Oh, it has nothing to
a
do with
red
cards.
city. Yes, it has nothing to do with cards.
So what exactly were you thinking here? Sorry, I wasn't looking
So
through your logic.
places that don't have shelters, we can just shove more Hollowmen onto them. And also, if you want me to preeminently put
I just saw
shelters
something. I just saw
on
something. I just saw
a
something.
few
Ryan,
spots,
Ryan, 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 Ryan. This is a safe draw, right? This is a safe draw right now.
allegedly.
Yeah, this is a safe draw at this moment. So, yeah, you say allegedly because the deck could have fucked up again. Um, so we can consolidate. Well, so what we need to do is we need to take cards that could
Okay,
possibly be
I
drawn.
can trash this Jakarta to build a research
It's
a
not
shelter
his turn.
anytime. I just trashed Jakarta and put a shelter on Ho Chi Minh,
No
and then
reason
you
to.
can.
Ho Chi Minh is in the discard. It's a safe draw.
Oh, okay. Then I could put it on, for instance, Seoul, and then you can shove 3 Hollowmen into it, and therefore a Hollowman can never spawn on Seoul. And
Okay.
therefore our 9 Hollowmen limit is not that big a deal.
Yeah,
Do you see where I'm
let's go
going
ahead
with this?
and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's solo it up. Like that's where I was getting to is we need to find a city that's in danger that we know is going to be drawn that doesn't have a shelter on it, right? So,
Right.
um, Paris is in danger, but it has a shelter on it. Tripoli is in danger, it has a shelter on it. Istanbul is in danger, but it doesn't have a shelter on it. But then again, we don't have any Hollowmans to reassign from other places. Or we would have to go
I
like
mean, we
yellow,
have
yellow.
one shelter
We have to
to
do like
re.
yellow. yellow, yellow, and then switch to a black, and then black to, you know, like that's the closest Hollow Men we have extra to shove into Istanbul is what I'm trying to say. So that's all my actions. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now
Neat.
Soul's completely hollow manged up. So that way, if Soul comes out, it's not a big deal. Plus, that's less population loss. Period. Anyways.
Yep.
Okay, we have it.
Satellites are hand.
We have it work the first time, but nothing that's yeah, nothing. Okay, here we go. Ready? Just a standard Soul though. Hollowing the Paris with a broken link, and we will break that link. Link has been broken.
Okay, so Ho Chi Minh is now the Tarjay
Hold on a
since
second. Something
Seoul has
just
been
occurred to
taken
me.
care of.
We do have broken link and lockdown. Let's not forget that we have those as upgrades.
Yeah, we've discussed that, and Tripoli is our broken link. And if you want to waste a
I
resource
don't think.
on getting
I think we're gonna have
lockdown instead of just scientisting it,
Brian. Hear me out here. I think we're just not gonna have enough turns. I think by the end of this game we're gonna have something in New York, Jacksonville, or Soap. So we'll just use it on that. I mean,
okay, sure, fine. All right, so it's scientist turn. Scientist is white.
so yeah, that one. So scientist is not white. Scientist is blue.
Well, shit. We fucked up at some point then. Okay, so scientist um, will trash Madagascar to go straight to Ho Chi Minh. Wait, no. If I have to fish it back out, it's not worth it. Or no, it's fine. Okay, so I go to Bangkok first and build a shelter there. That's action 2. Action 3, I go to Ho Chi. In action 4, I trade this produce supplies for, I don't know, uh, the infrastructure?
Can you do it
No,
with
I
just
trash
any
it for
player card?
Jakarta.
Can you do it with just any player card?
Uh,
City. No, wait.
discard a player card to
Oh,
take a city card from the.
damn.
Yeah, so I got Jakarta so that I can teleport a shelter again. Alright, so infection time. We've got to bump up our rate after this.
Okay. Well, Bangkok is 100% guaranteed to be drawn.
Yep.
Tripoli at the Hollow Man, but the population is full. And number 3 is a Hollow Man Paris, and that is the third Hollow Man at Paris.
Yep, we need to get down to the spot where we get shrekage.
Okay. So now, ugh, ugh, gross. Now it is Laborer's turn to do something. I guess he slides over to the cow that is a little bit mossy.
And takes from Johannesburg.
Yeah. See you later, Johans. That was the first action.
That was the first action there.
Second action is to get the standard 2 back. He won't let anyone else have it. Actually, hear me out here. I leave it at Johannesburg. I take it from tell me, Istanbul or London, because both of those are at max.
Yeah, but you're gonna be building more anyways. Let's keep our blue Holomang mover.
Okay. Move that one. First action. Second, third, and fourth actions are second action is get cubes. Third and fourth actions are I have no goddamn clue. So, third is where's pink? Third is go to Shingi. Fourth is move the guy from the hooch to the bangs.
Neat. Now I don't need to build a shelter there, and I guess I'll just pick up those cubes on start of my next turn.
Yeah, you forgot to pick him up, bro. All right. So he has exactly 0 cures in his hand. This darn woman don't need no soul. 1. Holomang. Holomang the Florida. Number 2. Number 3 is a standard soap. So I'm just going to point out that soul is in there. Shit. I hate it when it's not guaranteed to draw. Okay. Should I biscuit for the risk it and see if there's an epidemic on the top 4 cards?
To be honest, I'd rather shove all the Holomangs into the uh, red spot that we set up for that honeypot there. Except you can't shove all of them into there, can you?
No, I can't. Well, I think Labor should do at the very least what Labor does and save that soul.
Sure.
And then one, 2, 3, and at the very least make it to where it'll hit its maximum sooner.
Sure, sure.
Knew it. What do we draw? What do we draw?
Not Constantinople now.
So I got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is there's exactly 6 cards in the deck, and all of them we want to do something with. And we'll draw 4 of them. The bad news is, holy shit, Jacksonville could die.
I mean, no, it
Standard
can't.
Istanbul. Standard Istanbul. We don't even have a black card to sacrifice, do we? Alright.
I have
Broken
one.
Link Paris. Alright, we're killing that Istanbul, right?
Yeah, I can kill the Istanbul if you want me to, as the only target.
Alright, I break that link then.
It beats having other crap
I break that link.
go on. Neat. Okay. So then it's White's turn, and White is standing on Shingy. Or no, I'm blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, the troll connection. It works.
I'm sorry, what?
So, the troll connection is a connection that exists. So, I uh, go to Shangi, then go to Istanbul. And I obviously take all my cubes with.
Are you sure with that
And
massive
give
amount of cubes
half of them.
you don't give some of them to the laborer here?
Istanbul destroyed, and I've done 2 actions so far. Now I will trash Denver to get to Lima, at which point I troll connection. Uh, Jacksonville goes to soap.
Oh,
And
that's a
that is
line
my
we
4
that is a line
actions.
we made. Holy shit, that is a line we made.
Yes. Alright, and I have not protected any other area, so I'm not using Jakarta. Alright, shall I one quiet night this?
I don't know, should you draw first?
I drew my cards. I'm asking if I should one quiet night while we're at 4 infection rate.
The problem is we're gonna have to deal with a much higher infection rate, like guaranteed.
Yeah, but the other problem is we have 6 Hollow Mings left to place,
So what, you're
and we
trying
have not
okay, so
honeypotted enough.
if you're gonna one quiet night, that means that the time we hit the next epidemic stack, we're definitely gonna have to forecast. Not forecast the frequency scan.
Sure. I'll go ahead and one quiet night this one. That way we at least get Bangkok honeypotted.
Okay, so Laborer doesn't have a cure in his hand, so Laborer does what he was planning on doing, I guess, which is move 1, 2, 3. Okay, Bangkok is full. There's no residencies. That's 1, 2, 3 of his 4 actions. He go ahead and stocks up on 2 more supply cubes because he's going to start building here pretty soon. And
Seems
honestly,
legit.
his hand is pretty full, so the way he does it is he does it through a cube.
Ah, okay. Things have suddenly gotten so much easier. Osaka is now in play. So I can go on a Holoming murder spree.
Yes, Osaka is in play. I don't know if we should kill it right now, but because besides soap, we've filled all of the residencies.
True facts.
But yes, we can go on a murder spree. Uh, he leaves 2 of those cubes to the labor. That way, he has 4 as a result. But either way, I got rid of a produce supplies out of his hand because it was getting clogged. And of course, he picks up that. Okay, so laborer's turn, eh?
Infection's turn.
Mm-hmm. A standard Florida, of which we
Uh,
will discard a card.
yep.
A standard soul. A standard Tripoli. And a standard soap. No. A standard Tripoli that was safe. Sorry.
You said standard.
Well, standard meant it was trying to remove a cube is what I meant. But yeah, we're good. We're fine. Shut up. Wow. Okay, so okay, so it's a safe draw. At least if your numbers are correct, it's a safe draw.
Yeah,
So
and I'm thinking that I try and kill Florida so that we don't have nonsense with Holoming loss.
we'll see here in a second. So since we are now down to 2 locations, first step is make supplies. Second step is during that make supplies, I drop at least 5 cubes onto Jesus saves. The rest of you take damage. 2, 3 go to Bangkok. Wait,
Shouldn't you
2
just
go
do
to Hoshi.
2?
3 drop on Bangkok. And my fourth action while I was at Shanghai was to produce 2 cubes, and I'm going to keep 2 on my sheet.
Neat.
Okay. So Osaka. All right. I almost want to say, do you want a one quiet night again?
Sure.
Okay, it worked the first time. It's your turn, Brian. So are we saving soap or are we saving the Floridas?
Ooh.
So your choices for saving are Seoul, Jacksonville, and soap.
Yeah. Um, so I'm going to kill.
Your microphone cut out there. I don't know if you just stopped talking.
Oh, I did not want to move any of the shelters that are currently out, and therefore I'm not walking through soap, and therefore it was 3 actions to get.
That is, unless you want to go on your murder spree right now.
I can't because you did not discard it.
It's at any time, dude. It's not an
Oh,
action.
it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm, in that case, murder spree and I'll kill soap.
Okay, so I start off with murdering one. This is all I can do. Which means that one
Okay, then
cube.
I trade
How many cubes
Baghdad
did you
in.
pick up from Jacksonville?
Just one.
Okay, well, put it back out there.
Okay, so I moved to soap as action one. Action two is trade Baghdad. No, trade the unrationed event for Osaka. Then use Osaka. And then kill soap is a free action. So that's two actions so far. Um, I take soaps. And then what? I've only spent two actions.
Hmm. Well, hold on a second. We only have two things in packages. Let's double check what it is. Cairo and New York. So, hear me out here. I really do doubt that by the time we get around back to you, that Jacksonville or Seoul will be in the top. Because we're going to be drawing a lot of cards. Okay? So,
Problem
what if
solved.
we
I go to
inoculate.
Jacksonville and make it rain.
Oh, what if we inoculate Jacksonville and put it in package 6 again? So that way Jacksonville gets hit by the epidemic.
As opposed to letting Cairo or another one get hit
Cairo, New
by the
York.
epidemic.
It's Cairo, New York.
Yeah, I'd rather just put cubes down.
Okay, put cubes down. Draw your
Like
two.
Operation Murder Spree is in effect at this point.
Draw your two
In fact,
cards.
Osaka shouldn't even be in the discard.
Wait.
It's effectively in my hand whenever I.
Okay, but it's not in your hand though. So
Alright, infection time.
okay, Hulluming what? Eris with a broken
Broken
link.
Link Paris.
We will break that link.
That was a hollow man, though, so
Uh,
put the cube back.
yeah, but we will break that link though. Uh, one of this guy's produce supplies.
Sure.
Yeah, that or one of your produce supplies. Whatever. Now it's the laborer's turn. The laborer does not have a cure in his hand, so he doesn't do anything dealing with cures. He honestly has no location he needs to help anyone else with, right?
Right. I mean, it's
So hold
pretty
on a
much
second.
if you want
Hold
to
on a second.
inoculate stuff.
First action is he goes to London and get
Yep.
these cubes off of London. We have the extra actions. London was a useless spot to have cubes on, anyways. Let's get those cubes in play.
Yep.
Second action. Go to Istanbul. Third action, drop 4 cubes on Istanbul.
Istanbul is
Oh, it's out of the game?
murdered.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's why it has no cubes.
Okay.
Let me make sure I remembered to, and I did.
Third action is. So, first action was moved to London. Second action is. Move to Cairo and just do a safety drop on it. Second and third action, safety drop on Cairo. And fourth action is stay at 4 supply cubes for building off settlements.
Neat.
Alright, here comes the pain train. Haul them in at it population's full. Haul them in at population's full. Haul them in at populations are full, and one more. Just a standard Tripoli. An absolutely standard normal Tripoli.
Neat.
Laborer's turn. He, well, you see that's where you messed up. He now has an action to do. So he goes 1 to Shingi, 2 to the bush, 3 to produce supplies and drop, and 4 is to go to Xandar and continue playing Smash Brothers. I have no clue what his fourth action is the translation. That.
Yep.
So he goes to Xandar for safety. Epidemic.
All right, I shuffled this 2-card deck.
Kuro.
Well, clearly you knew where to put your safety draw, I guess.
Olomang Kuro. Well. Shit.
It's fine. I'll just kill it.
Standard, absolutely normal Tripoli. Hey, Holomang the Jacksons. That's 3 so far. Number 4 is population's full.
Tripoli's
Nobody's
full.
home. No vacancy. All right, Brian. What's the plan from now on?
Okay, so that was just white, so now it's blue's turn. So blue kills Jackson.
Don't forget about the Hollow Man there too.
Blue trades this produce supplies for Osaka, then uses it. So that's 1 action. Action 2 and 3 is get to Cairo, and action 4 is trade another produce supplies for Osaka and immediately. And that's a donezo. Population full, number 1. Population full, number 2.
Nothing happens.
Nothing, 3. Broken Link Paris.
Do we want to? Yeah, we want to.
It was the 4th one.
No, that was the 4th one. Damn. Paris, why do you gotta be so locally dense within your groups, man? Alright. What is the laborer gonna do? Because he still doesn't have a freaking cure in his hand.
Well, I mean, there's one person who has actions to spare to beam him a yellow, I guess.
No. Well, Pink Floyd decides to get out of Cairo because he saw the devil and stared him in the eyes. So now's the moment where Pink reveals that he's the traitor and starts shoving all the Hallmen all over the map. Let's see here. Oh God, can you imagine a legacy game where one person is the trader for the entirety of the game?
So they
And they
know
have
they're the traitor
they
from early on
they
in the
have to be
campaign.
they have to be subtle the entire time. But I think the way to actually make that interesting is you got to give everybody like a personal goal that if you don't fulfill it, negative stuff happens. But fulfilling the negative goal is negative stuff.
Sure.
Anywho, I don't know. I think that could turn out to be an interesting game if one player is the trader for literally the entirety of the whole game. Because then, like, the stakes are higher about not getting discovered.
Sure, sure. I mean, if you want, you can go to St. Petersburg and draw a free line for no actions.
Hasn't that line already been drawn? And there's no reason to, honestly. One, go to New York. Two, safety drop one cube on or three, two cubes on New York. This is entirely safety drop. I realize it's overkill, but it does give us breathing room for when it comes out to not care about it for a while. Three, grab cubes in the stockpile, and four. Where do we think he's gonna build next? Yellow. Four, get to nowhere.
Yeah, that way you can build on Lima since it already has a set.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. His hand limit is full. Fun.
His hand limit is full and he doesn't have a cure.
Yeah. So soul.
That was regular soul.
Yeah, just a standard regular soul. A broken link Paris. A standard regular broken link Paris. I guess he uses his portable antiviral lab to break that link. Because he's
Yep.
gonna have to discard it anyways. Okay. So laborer goes, hey, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, he did have a slide, so he did end up at that location.
Stool. Corey.
And action number 4 is, I guess, get. I would say it's get back to nowhere, but honestly, action number 4 is just produce supply queues somewhere along the way. Where did he start? He started at Istanbul. So I
Yes.
guess he drops
I
those two
think so.
supply cubes at Paris.
Neat.
Draw 2.
Okay, he now has all the cures.
Yeah, he will. Not at the moment. Alright. Well, the whole deck's getting shuffled. Bangkok.
Basic Bangkok.
That's 1 out of 4. Help me keep track of this. This is a Hollow Man Tripoli. Population's full. That's 2 out of 4. 3 out of 4, nothing happens. 4 out of 4, population's full.
Alright, so nothing to destroy.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want me to just pull all y'all all the way to Paris?
You need to pull the laborer to Paris. Or not the laborer, the farmer to Paris. The laborer is
One,
where he needs to be.
two. Okay, I can't actually pull y'all to Paris anyways. So, I guess I'll just shove more yellow cure into your
Into whose
anus.
hand?
Um, I mean, I can't shove enough.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Just put a band-aid over something that looks like it's leaking, and we'll get back to you.
Okay, so I will
Okay, there's the supply cube
discard.
off in the middle of nowhere here. Was this a
I
Bangkok
don't know.
supply cube? Was this something we removed earlier? I'm gonna assume it's something you
I
removed
don't know.
earlier.
Sure. Okay, so I think the best use of my actions is to just go on a Hollow murder spree in the
But there's
honeypot.
literally nowhere to the murder that matters.
Well, once I've killed it and there are
I
none
guess, yeah.
left.
Your best actions is to go on a murder spree, so that way we lose less population. How about that? Do it.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to trash 4 cards and end my turn in soul.
So you have to be at the color to get the card, is what you're saying, right?
Oh, I suppose I don't even need to do that,
Yeah, you don't
but
even
I
need to move.
figured being in. I don't need to be in there to do it.
Yeah.
I just figured I may as well fly to Seoul, but you are correct. I don't need to fly.
What's your last action? I figured you're getting rid of force, that way you can just end with Osaka in your hand. Is what I figured, but
Fair enough.
draw your two.
Alright, I'm not even the laborer, and I have a cure for red.
No, you don't. You don't have Paris.
Well, I can get Paris. Except I wouldn't be able to, because you just
Hollow.
Hollowing on Soul. I chose
Ah,
poorly.
you chose poorly.
Regular Kyra. Broken Link Patty
But that one
of
removes
the
everything.
regular variety.
Okay, I guess he sacrifices. No, he doesn't. Um, Labor sacrifices. Okay. Or not labor. Farmer sacrifice. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 2 cubes. We didn't do gender reassignment on Istanbul.
Yeah, I don't see that being a sprinkler site at this point.
Not at the moment. That was one action. Second action should be okay. I need an area where there's a blue and a black right next to each other. There is no areas where
Um,
there's a blue and a black right next to each other. Eh.
that don't already have max pop or research stations.
Well, second action is go to Moscow. Third action is go to St. Petersburg. And fourth
And
action,
along the way,
1,
you
2.
portable.
Uh, if that's the case, I portable when I was there, and I'm going to give him most of the
Sounds
cubes.
good.
Epidemic. I wonder where it
Oh,
could
I
be.
wonder
Shuffle
what
it
it
up.
can be.
Shuffle it up, Brian. You got to shuffle it up. Don't forget to shuffle. I don't think that's been shuffled.
New York. And we're letting that cube.
Yeah, there's been plenty of safety cubes put on it.
Nothing. Regular Cairo, that's 2. Hollow Ming on Soul, that's 4.
You chose absolutely poorly
And Broken Link Paris.
for number 5.
Yerp.
Okay. One of those you didn't announce, so I was just double checking. One of those you didn't announce. So this was a number. Whatever. Anywho, this guy. What is he gonna do?
It seems like he needs to go to Nottinghall and give Paris away.
What? Maybe I'm
It's
confused.
the
Oh,
farmer's turn,
oh, okay.
right?
I got confused as to whose turn it was. Yeah, 1, 2. 3, produce 2 cubes and drop on Paris. And fourth action is to go to yes, go to Shanghai.
All right. Please don't go through the entire infection deck.
I
Nothing.
don't think it's possible for me to go through the entire infection. No, it's not. It's not. It's literally not possible. There's at least 12 total city card. Yeah, we're fine. So nothing happens. New York gets hit. It's number 2. Number 3 is a Hollowman at population's full. Number 4 is a Hollowman at Bangkok, which population's full. And number 5 is a Hollowman at Tripoli, which population's full.
All right, time to kill New York then.
Or Bangkok,
That's
or Seoul.
well, those can't get Hollow Mangs,
No, Seoul can.
so
You made sure of that.
well, whatever.
Make sure you kill New York. That was all your first action.
Yep, that was my first action. Do we want to shove reds into your face or
Into the
not?
builder's face. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the plan why I went to Tokyo, was to drop, or why I went to Shanghai was to drop Tokyo in his face. I just didn't know if you
Okay.
wanted to do it right away or not.
Action 2. Osaka twice? But no, they're just gonna keep on respawning.
I mean, we're not wrong about trying to kill them to get them permanently out of the game. It's just, we're
Well, we're
doing a
focusing our
nearly we're
efforts on
doing a
other
nearly
spots.
Sisyphean task by doing it the way you're doing it.
Yeah,
Like
it's only worth killing them the same turn that I'm killing the city itself.
statistically, what you're doing is possible to happen, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to be able to build a red immediately here?
Yeah, I think we should. Do the any color one. Yeah.
All right, so that was Move, move, beam, beam.
So
So that's done.
hold on a
Time to.
second. Now we can actually laser freaking focus what our package 6 is, and my recommendations are, if it's within your actions too, we inoculate Paris. So that way Broken Link Parises are always on top.
Yeah, sense makes.
That is, if it's within your actions.
It was not within my actions. I did not go to Paris.
Number 1 is a Broken Link Paris.
Broken Link Paris.
We will break that link. Wait. This guy has a better discard because his hand is full. Okay, so the Laborer, first does his location.
I'm assuming this is being pulled off of Nodnall?
Yeah, no. First action. Second action. Still the second action. Third action. And it has to be.
Stealing from Cairo,
Yeah, it has to be
I
from Cairo.
guess.
And honestly, I'm gonna keep feeding him red cards, but only because um,
Only because there's more red
if
twos.
these areas have Holomens on them, I'd rather boost up their pops. With the yeah.
I mean, those shelters are staying at this point. Cairo's the last place to kill.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. There are more red twos, so I'm still gonna. Well, there's no reason to.
Yeah, you're
Every
just changing where the pop is, and at a certain point, I feel like we're just going to make sure we have no twos, or that our havens are all maxed out.
and fourth action, I guess, is what looks like it's gonna need to be band-aided here pretty soon. Um, you know what? Better put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go to Xandar so that way I can make my way to Paris and break that fucking link.
Neat.
Okay. Labor. Labor slash farmer.
Infection time.
Infection time. Labor's infection time. Harumin. Actually, before I flip this over, how many city cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it means if we don't inoculate a single additional card at 5 infection rate, we literally have 2 draws before we're forced to go through the deck again.
Well, Borklink.
Yeah. Well, let's just assume Paris is being a retard. How about that? So
Holomang on Cairo.
that actually matters. That was 1. Paris on Holomang, but Paris is full. We discard this produce supplies to stop the link.
Neat.
So that was the laborer's turn, right? No,
Yes,
that
that was
was
laborer's turn,
no.
so now it's the farmer's turn.
Farmer Joe.
For some reason that you keep calling the
I
laborer.
know. I don't know why my brain has settled on calling the farmer the laborer, but it has. Okay, it has, bro. 1, 2, 3. I'm in Paris and I inoculate one Paris to be on top of it. There. And along the way, I produced supplies at Shingi and dropped them at Seoul. Or I made supplies, I mean, not produced them.
Neat. Ah, the old rainbow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at my hand limit. I know that looks weird, but the Paris was the card there. So standard Tripoli, nothing
Right.
happens. 1, 2 is a Hollow Man gets Soul, and they're back. I
Neat.
bet you
So I
feel like
did
those.
one whole turn of just
I
masturbating.
bet you I wish those actions were more useful right about now. Number 3 is a standard and absolutely normal Tripoli. Number
Okay.
4 is Rita when nothing happens, and number 5 is a Hollow Man at population full, nobody's home.
Neat.
Oh,
All right, so it's now the scientist's turn, and the scientist is blue.
yes.
Okay. I'm going to discard Johannesburg to get to Cairo, and then Osaka it. And then I'm going to trash Tehran to get Osaka back.
And are you killing off Cairo? I guess that's a
Yep.
yes.
That way no Holomings can respawn. I'm taking all the cubes.
What? I thought you were going to leave him there.
Okay, so I have done 2 actions. Yes.
The action
Uh,
is to do the card switches in action, right?
yeah. So I threw
Hey,
away a
Brian,
card to get to Cairo. Yeah.
I just realized that turn that you completely killed everything was impossible.
How so? I
Once
just
on your turn as an action. Remember, that's the advantage of Scruffy is he can do it as many times as he wants, but he requires 2 cards.
Whoops. Okay, good thing it didn't matter then. Uh, over in soap it did matter,
No, because
but oh
over in
well.
Soap,
I
no, over in Soap, I discarded Osaka.
oh okay. Then we Gucci ish. We're close enough. So
So that turn you literally did masturbate because you couldn't have done that, man. You just literally just threw cards in the discard that didn't even throw it away. Why?
all right, so I've done 2 actions, right? I flew and I got Osaka back. So third and fourth is I go back to Shanghai.
Baghdad. Okay.
And now I draw 2.
Draw your 2. Epidemic.
I wonder what it could be.
Hey, is it Paris? I already did it.
No, it's Par.
I already did it. But hey, if we at least keep one Paris inoculated, that just means that Broken Link Paris, standard Bangkok, absolutely normal, nothing special to look at here. Number 1, number 2 is an absolutely normal read. Number 3 is an absolutely, totally, completely normal trip. Number 3. Number 4 is Hollow Mang on the Souls, which is population full, nobody's home. And action number 5 is a completely standard trip. No, no, it's completely Holloman standard. Holloman trip. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, trip is down to 1 cube.
Yeah, I saw. It's the laborer's turn, though, right?
It is indeed the laborer's turn.
He produces supplies twice. He moves the trip. He drops on trip. There we go. Trip is safe. Neat. So I'm just going to point out confirmation the card was wrong. Because we drew this epidemic how many turns ago?
Ah.
Well, either way, we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should be in the 9 to 16 range. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there.
Mm-hmm.
We drew that card on number 17. See what I mean? By the shuffle deck button ain't working properly.
Yep.
I think it put the uh, I think it put the heavier stacks on the lower end. Anywho, um, so either way, epidemic. We don't have a card in package 6, so we do have to draw off the bottom.
No, the card was the Paris that you already took.
He literally just drew an epidemic.
Oh, another one?
Yes, that's my point. The numbers are off. That's the reason why I made my point about the numbers being off. We just drew an epidemic on card number 17 when there's 16 cards left. When I'm pretty sure we already drew. Anywho, we luckily enough we bottom decked a Paris. That was the point I was trying to make. Is we're already there, man. Holomang on Bangkok.
Population full.
Yeah, I was just checking something. Standard Paris with the breaking of the links and the Hoyben Glaven. We actually have enough cubes where produce supplies is a thing, so I'll just discard this read. Unless a read is a good search. Read's not a good search. I already removed the cube, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now it is uh the farmer's turn. He starts off by inoculating a Paris. Get it on top of the deck. And that's the last inoculation we need to do because we only have one more epidemic in the game. Just FYI. So one. So hold on a second. Yeah. 1, 2. Produce supplies. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of which I'll take them all. Then I'll make supplies and just make it rain down in Freaka. I have blessed Tripoli. I don't think they're going to go hungry, do you? That's all of my actions. You there, Brian?
Yep, so infection time, and then I'll deal with Bangkok or Seoul.
Holomang, population's full. That's one. Holomang, Rita, population's full. I think every place that gets Holomang is full, right?
Correct.
That's number 3. A standard soul for number 4. And number 5 is, of course, a standard Paris, so we actually get punished for it.
Neat. Okay. So it's now Blue's turn,
And
and Blue Skidoo and
Seoul
Weaken
and
2.
Bangkok are both in there. I think Bangkok's more of a worry though. Because hear me out here. Bangkok is a distance away from any supply centers. Well, we're not going to
I
hang
mean,
out
it's,
here. We're not going to hang out here.
yeah.
So Bangkok is a distance away
Okay,
from supply
sure.
centers.
All right, so it's 2 to Bangkok, and I Osaka twice.
Getting rid of what? Khartoum?
And yeah, Khartoum. And I guess I make supplies once.
So you got rid of 2 Hollomen on Bangkok, is what you're saying?
Uh, yes. Um, I don't know what else to do for my fourth action.
Just start making your way back, honestly. Like, go back to Ho Chi Minh. So that way
But
you're at a flight path.
nah, I'll make 1 cube.
That way you're at a flight path and not hogging all the cubes away from the farmer.
But but I want to finish killing Bangkok.
You don't have to be at there to kill it.
Oh right. Okay. Cool story.
It's anywhere on the grid, man. You just
Anywhere
call
on the grid,
you
Mang.
just call in the
Okay, so
airstrike.
Seoul is literally the only place left to destroy that isn't upgraded or going to be upgraded.
Now, I have a
And if we
question.
fail to do it, then lockdown.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Brian. Are we gonna go for no infection neck?
Yeah. So that's one.
1, nothing happens. 2, nothing happens. 3, nothing will happen. So we're at 2 so far. 3, nothing happens. 4, nothing happens. And 5, nothing happens. Just get to the card.
All right, neat.
Okay. We are almost through the deck. This Fortnight is going by a little bit faster than most first Fortnights, which is good, I guess. The laborer looks at the pile of cubes here and goes, "Really, really," and then goes 1, 2.
Are you being my delivery boy right now?
No, no, I think he actually goes 1, 2, and hear me out here. We have one more epidemic in the game, but should we inoculate the second Broken Link Paris so that way it's pre-charged for next Fortnight, or should we not so that way we have both Parises in the deck at the start of next Fortnight? I think not.
We should inoculate a black or blue before we forget.
Oh,
And
right. That's something.
I don't really care if we have a Paris or not in the Amazon primed category.
Okay, so where's Cole? Okay, I have an idea. So he goes 1 to Xandar, 2 to Shanghi. Then he uses Cole. Cold Cuts was an area with 2 or 1. That's 1. Okay. What are the searches for New Mumbai?
One of them is to refund you an action, and
The other
the
is the
other one's
reform
probably
refund
some
me in
cube
action.
crap.
No, it's the refund me in action because we've already opened that up. So that is so. One second. 1, 2 go to let's go to cold cuts. Actions 3 and actions 3 again are to search twice, regaining those actions back. Action 4 is to use where's New Mumby? There it is. Action 4 is sorry. Action 3 is now to go to Wakanda, and you're going to use one of your actions to save him, by the way, because you can do that, right? Yeah. And action 4
One of
is
my actions to save you. How now?
scientist. Action 4 is to use New Mumbai to travel to New Mumbai and inoculate it.
Oh, so you want me to go to Wakanda and pull you out
Yeah.
of danger, bro?
Yeah, I want you to pull out. I don't want to get pregnant.
Well, joke's on you, because I may just jack her to a shelter there.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me just make sure I did those actions right because I think I messed up. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yeah, okay. So 1 to go to Xandar, 2 to go to Wakanda, 3 to travel to New Mumbai, and action 4 twice. No, okay. Action 4 twice is to search New Mumbai. Action number 5 or action number 4, once you get to redo it, is to travel from New Mumbai to anywhere on that marker, which I can travel using combined sea routes to Xandar. Okay. No, we're good. You don't need to save me. I did the actions wrong. I did the searches at Kolkata for New Mumbai, so I was doing it wrong. So I need to redo my actions here. So action 1. So I'll just redo this one so that way you can see what I did. Action 1, go to Xandar. Action 2, go to Wakanda. Action 3, go to New Mumbai. Action 4 twice, in which I still have that action remaining because I keep getting the action back, right? Is to search New Mumbai. Actual action 4 is to discard New Mumbai to travel to New Mumbai because it's a city on the route. Action number 5 is go to Wakanda. Or, sorry, the slide to the left is Wakanda. There we go.
Cool story.
There we go. And I inoculated it once I traveled from New Mumbai to New Mumbai. Okay. Sorry about that, Brian. I was just doing the mental math there to make sure everything was good. Well, it has a cure for reds and a cure for yellow. Great. 1 doesn't matter. Wait. I thought you removed fucking Bangkok, Brian.
I forgot to pull it out. Sue me.
Yeah, it makes me glad I didn't have to rely on you to pull me out. 1. Still 1. Seoul. Nothing happens. 2. Tripoli. Something happens.
That
3.
something has
Tripoli.
happened.
Nothing happens. 4. Paris. Nothing happens, and we break that freaking link.
Neat.
Why? So, right. Laborer goes 1 to New Mumbai and goes, stop hogging the fucking resources, jackass. 2, 3, and then I bless Paris with more supply cubes than it could ever get removed. And I get to add one more cube to it. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw 2. Discard 1. And it's now time for infection. Broken link Paris. We won't break that link because you need something to target.
Yeah, I need literally soul to be drawn.
2, nothing happens. 3, nothing happens. 4, nothing happens. 5, nothing happens, but soul is
Winner,
drawn.
winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, God. Oh. Well, Brian, it's your turn, and there's a soul for you to kill. But first
All
step is,
right,
do you want to
so
do you
I'm
want to
going to
kill
trash Paris for Osaka and
trash
kill the
Osaka?
last Hollow Maid.
Yeah.
And then 1-2 to Soul, where I destroy a soul.
Okay.
And of course, I start hogging these now.
Why do you think I removed them all off of you? You had a ridiculous amount of cubes on you.
I had all the cubes from all the places that we were cleaning, okay?
Yeah. I just went over here.
Alright,
I just went over to you,
so
just slapped you in the face, and stole all your shit and left.
so that's been 3 actions so far. So 4, I go back to Shanghai.
And now we do nothing but hang out in Tripoli and Paris because there's nothing else to do at this point.
Yeah, unless we want to draw troll lines.
So there's nothing else to do at this point. Got it.
Neat.
That forecast
Okay.
is even useless. 1, nothing happens. 2, nothing happens. 3, nothing happens. 4 and 5, nothing happens.
Neat.
So laborer, I I don't even know. Okay, you do not have enough actions remaining to get rid of those 3 Holomangs. So I know what labor is going to do. We're going to reassign the pop. I realize it's just reassigning the pop, but still. I'd rather boost up a red than
It
boost.
has a shelter, so unless you're moving the shelter, it does not matter.
I'd rather boost up a red than boost up New York. So first action was get 2 supply cubes. Second action was move, slide to the right. Third action is build the supply center. Like New York does not need that population, is what I'm trying to say. Like I had the cure in my hand. None of you gave me those cards, so you guys didn't waste actions giving me those cards. Like, I had it in my hand and I have nothing else to do. Do you follow me?
Yep.
So, 1, 2, 3. And number 4 is go somewhere. Go back to Xandar. So the laborer. You know what? I think, or no, the farmer goes 1, 2, 3, 4. There. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because he has the this guy actually has the last turn. So We're not wasting actions. There's literally nothing for us to do other than reassign where the pops are. And I would rather boost up reds than boost up max pops, because the more we boost these up, the less these become options for us to boost up later. Because we still got a couple more fortnights of this nonsense, you know?
Yupper, yupper. You don't want to max out blues and not be able to spend any blue cures.
Yep. So 1 is nothing happens. 2 is nothing happens with a broken link. Our laborer will break that link using his portable antiviral lab.
Neat.
Yeah. Alright, now it is. Did I draw? I don't think I drew. I didn't draw. That was our last epidemic.
Oh, I wonder what it is.
Well, that does change something in that he didn't break that link because that wasn't drawn at the time. Remind me, was a hollow man on top due to the fact that we?
That I killed Red.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Soul was the last thing drawn
we remove 1 from
on the
Paris.
scientist.
Yeah, remove 1 from Paris. We shuffle this up. We draw literally everything here. Broken link Paris. So we remove 1 cube from Paris, and now we properly break the link. Dunzo. Alright, now it is your turn, Science Bro, to do whatever Science Bro wants to do. If you shove 1 more red in his hand, he doesn't have to pay any cubes. If you shove cubes in his hand, he reduces an
If I
action.
shove 2 to 3 more reds in your hand, can you build 2 more reds? And do you want to build 2 more
I
reds?
think building the most number of reds possible is going to be what's best for us.
Okay, so I am blue.
Yeah, and also don't forget to give him cubes because he's not going to have the actions to
All
make
right.
cubes.
Uh,
That's 1, 2,
you
3.
are pink.
Yeah, 3 go to Xandar. And 4th action was to reduce supplies one or make supplies once, so that way you could just maximum hand them over.
Sure. Because I can't just give you more red.
Mm-hmm. I just realized earlier I gave him the rainbow card when I was in red zone, but I had a red card to give him, so just to make sure we're cogent on the rules here.
Stool Corey.
Okay.
All
Alright, now
right,
draw
so
at the
now
bottom of
I
the card
draw some
again.
shit.
Yep. Hey, that's. Is it the second time that appeared at the bottom?
I think this might be the first month that we've had it.
No, we've had it for
Or
another month. And it appeared at the
okay,
bottom the other
then
month.
yeah.
Oh lordy. Okay. Hollow Mang, trips, nothing happens. Hollow Mang, trip, nothing happens. That's 3, I think. Hollow
Yep.
Mang Paris, nothing happens. That's number 4, and discard Mexico
All
because
right.
I got Mexico.
Okay.
No,
I was gonna
discard.
discard cautious.
No. Just T-pose on the game. Discard extended forecast.
All right. Neat.
And for his last turn, he moves, slides. So he's only used 1 action so far. Second action is to Supply center. Just find out where the last one's coming from. So a second. Oh shit! Does he not have the actions to?
Last one would come from cold cuts because it's at 5 pop.
Hold on a second.
You can build Tokyo and Osaka's not connected, eh?
No, Osaka's connected. Just not to Tokyo.
But it's not connected.
So hold
Yeah.
on a second. That'd be one to go to Shanghai, slide. 2 to drop. 3 to draw a line. 4 to move. Damn it.
All right. Where did you start your turn? At Xandar, right?
Xandar, yeah.
Okay, and you don't have fancy teleports, so
So I would have to discard a card to get there. The problem is that's the card I need to build. You see my conundrum.
okay, you go to cold cuts and discard cold cuts to fly anywhere. That's still 2 movement to reach a spot.
Mhm.
You apparently goofed by building in Ho Chi Minh since uh, anyone
It
else
made
could
sense at
have.
the time.
Yeah, because
No, that's
if you
fine.
have
I
to spend an action drawing a line, you can't
Yeah.
draw enough
We we
lines,
we
right?
just boot we just boost Hong Kong taking off of St. Petersburg, and that's all.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Game one over. We lost. Boo fucking who. All right. So let's make sure everything's cogent when we do this. Um, London's already at max pop. It doesn't matter. So we need to move Cairo back down. We're going to move Johannesburg back down. And I think those are the only two we need to move back down.
Right, because we left cold cuts alone, and Istanbul is also at max.
So help me take all these cubes up and put them in the supply area because we just want it to look all nice and gritty because we're like that. I'll just leave. No, I won't. And let's take all the ones off of our sheets. So it says we're at 34. We should be at a lot more. Oh, here we go. All right, and then remove 2 because we took 2 out of the reserve. Okay, we're good.
Correct.
Click the Avengers in-game button. Do we want to go ahead and permanent that yellow satellite?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Let's just T-pose that we haven't needed it.
Sure.
And we're not going to permanent any of these shelters
I removed a
because
hold on a second. I
it's
removed
not
a black
Utopia.
card from the game, so we're at 16 black cards, and we're at 57 total city cards, which means we get 1 less epidemic.
Alright, let's read the pause before we start buying.
Mm-hmm.
Open 28 and
I'll get
45.
28. You get 45. We get new character abilities. Okay, we have shit to spend on.
Yep, so we have red card for all intents and purposes on some stuff.
Oh, really? For all? Nice. Okay, so the stuff we got was misinformation specialist. Um, so that misinformation specialist allows us to move holomangs even when what's the point of that ability when we have
It would
oh it doesn't
allow you
require a
to
satellite.
move them. Yes, and it also would allow you to move them between havens so
Okay,
that we don't have to
go
make a
around.
bunch of extra actions to go around.
Okay, that's fair enough. We got the Saboteur. As an action, discard a city card to remove a Hollow Mang figure from a city matching the color of the card. So that's our Kill Hollow Mang ability. And Rehab Nurse. As an action, discard two player cards and take one city card of your choice from package 6 and add it to your hand.
Right, so
Oh,
we could make sure that we always have Paris, for instance.
I guess that makes sense. And since we actually have tons of extra money, this would be the first game I would ever consider on buying it, to be honest. Because most games I would not bother. Oh, we got mobile shelters. Rationed event, build two shelters anywhere on the grid. We probably aren't going to need it, considering.
Yeah, there's literally one place to add a shelter in December
Yep.
and nowhere before.
Two places, both Utopia and Balakai. Yeah, but nowhere before.
Well, Malachi definitely has less infection cards and will probably be scientisted away
Mm-hmm.
quickly.
We go for no infection deck. Utopia comes out, and just all 30 cubes are on Utopia. Oh God.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. All right. So our money we have is 8 money. So one, two. We do not need, or we do not need lockdown at the moment, but we have broken link. Three. These are ones, right? Yeah. One, two,
Yeah.
three. Uh,
So, do we want to broken link the trips like we had discussed?
yeah, because that's the only place to do it. It's either that or we just get rid of trips.
I mean, broken link is still broken link.
Broken link is still broken link,
Seems
and I think scientist is
seems like
now.
that's going to slow down the rate of utopia. But yeah, we don't need scientists
Yep, scientist is now
until
officially retired.
utopia is unlocked.
But
No, the second utopia is unlocked,
yeah.
the scientist is back in.
Let's see here. Let's think. So that's three of our eight. So these abilities plus these abilities. So let's just move everything over here to the left here, so that way we're not. I'm not moving back and forth between the two sides here. Okay.
Of course, I guessed the wrong London and the
Okay.
wrong New York.
Yeah.
Okay, those two we can upgrade red.
Yep. I'll go ahead and do that. Find me the trips too for the broken link.
First try on that one.
So we'll have to keep this in mind for next game, though. We can keep all three Paris cards and just suffer the effects of the other Paris until we get the broken link. But or
Yeah.
substitute the word Paris for whatever city we decide is going to be broken linked. But I assume we're not going to be doing another Pandemic Legacy for a while. Although I will admit that spacing it out like this has not drained me on the game like it usually does
Fair enough.
whenever we just do it all at once. All right, go ahead and put that Tripoli back.
Our infection deck is only 7, and every card has a sticker on it.
Yeah. Okay. So. Hey, apparently I copied that down wrong. We'll see. Exit. Oh. Delete. And it's delete the Moscow joke.
Okay, so as far as character upgrades, with our 5 remaining money, Navigator, Foreman, and Soldier are all pretty garbo. And Misinformation Specialist changes it from you needing to use your actions at particular satellites to using your actions to be in certain cities.
Mm-hmm. Now, here is. Let me read what broadcast misinformation is worded as, just so I want to be sure. Move a Hallman figure to a location adjacent to its current location. Your city's color must match the figure's current city. So it says move it to an adjacent location, but Misinformation Specialist specifically says from your city to an adjacent city.
Oh,
So I
okay.
don't think
So
we're
it's
allowed to.
both cities, so it doesn't interact with havens in any
Yeah.
way, shape, or form.
So I don't think we're allowed to use it to skip past havens because I don't think havens are cities.
Yeah, havens are locations, they are not cities, and they are not color.
So Saboteur is the only one that I see of the two costs that actually has a use. Just of the two costs.
Yeah. Um, who would we put it on, though?
Is Scruffy still have open spots? Scruffy does.
He does, but discarding cards is not the scruffy way.
Well, Navigator's useless. Uh, Rehab Nurse is good. So I say we do spend it on this. I just don't know who it's gonna go on. You know?
We could do you could not live with your own failure.
So you came back to me. Oh, he does like this is this month and next month
Like,
are months that he will shine.
yeah, and Rehab Nurse is kind of a final month thing that we end up doing too. Because that's pretty much just our, hey, you're going to kickstart Scruffy's sacrifice by putting like one thing in there.
Wait a minute. Yeah, put that on Scruffy. Put rehab nurse on Scruffy. Because what it's going to be is if
Um,
it's not in the discard, it's going to be in package 6.
okay.
Think about it. If the card's not in
So,
the if the card is not in the discard for Scruffy to grab, right? Because that's what Scruffy does is he
yeah,
spins 2
instead
cards.
of having somebody else's actions and cards spent on it, uh, they can still beam him cards like they were going to anyways.
Yeah, and
So, okay, yeah,
yeah, so Scruffy gets the rehab nurse. So that way Scruffy can not only just he has both as sources for his movement cards in the final month.
right.
So go ahead. I already copied it, so just go ahead and put that in the. It's gone.
Okay, and who's getting Saboteur? Our Reckoner has the month of November to shine, and that's it.
Yeah. We want Saboteur on somebody who's going to be there in the final month, though.
Is Shelter Bro gonna be there in the final month?
Is he? Like, what is our final month? Scientist?
Well, Scientists should be the first fortnight of December and have enough turns to murder Utopia.
Okay, so Scientist. Scruffy only needs to be there for the second fortnight.
Right. So Scientist won't be there the second month
Yeah. So
unless
he.
unless we're going for memes of Scientist killing everything.
Hold on a second.
Because he might not have enough actions to destroy.
If we're going for memes, we're just gonna bring I don't even know who you are. He is worthless. It's a worthless freaking ability. There is like by the time you get him, you should have your teleport network built. Like, okay, Brian, remember how I was talking about let's make it a randomizer? That actually might make Captain worthwhile if he's one of the first people we draw.
Yeah.
And during the randomizer, like say if the flight path is literally tied behind Wellington, the Wellington Recon, he's going to be a very useful character because he's a teleportation unit. But that's literally the only way which we can make him useful is if we specifically construct a game around him being useful.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anywho,
I mean, I think Shelter Bro and Immunologist have potential to shine in the second fortnight of December as far as people who still have slots.
our Reckoner still has a slot too. So
Yeah,
what I'm
but
going to
our
do? Okay,
Reckoner's full of abilities that don't matter the final
so
fortnight.
on this how we play co-op games, I'm organizing it based off of what we're bringing. So first fortnight, second fortnight, both fortnights. Or are we
Yep.
just going to just bring him for the first fortnight and have somebody else in the second fortnight? Because the only thing that matters in the
No,
second
you
fortnight is we do what sanitation officer does.
right, but we also want to build all the final research stations, but we won't need to move the ones that are still at less than 8 pop.
Okay, so you're saying maximize our score during the Thanos run? Is what
Yeah,
you're saying?
because
Okay.
we're still gonna want to build 6. Or did you not bump Cairo back down?
I did not bump Cairo back down.
Okay. Johannesburg, you did bump down because it was
I
at 7, right?
did not touch it, but it was at 7.
Okay.
Maybe the sticker was just far enough away to where it didn't count. I don't know. It's been counting. Why didn't that count? Oh, I know why that didn't count. This is one of those other stickers where 9 is 8 instead of 8 is 8. I know why that didn't move.
Uh, okay.
It's one of those opposite direction stickers that are in this bag for some reason. Anywho, so we're bringing him both Fortnights. Um,
So, do you think Scruffy's going to be able to sprint fast enough to where this shelter bro is not going to be necessary in cold cuts, mumbles, and salami?
mm, I just don't think he's going to be necessary because of other reasons, because we have other people to support him.
Okay. I don't think we need more cubes in general. So, taking them from the reserve doesn't really do anything since we literally have 3 infectable locations or 4.
Yeah, and it's just a question of how quickly can we drop him on that space.
Yeah,
Um,
administrator and instructor not good at this stage.
no,
Do we use the scientist any fucking way?
what do you mean for the last Fortnite?
For the last fortnight, yeah.
So our first Fortnite is scientist, that that guy, and somebody else. I'd still say immunologist because this is literally the only time he's going to be able to shine is during these last 2 months/3 months.
Yeah, okay. Let's sticker that one onto
Saboteur on
him
him.
then.
Okay. And since we're stickering the immunologist anyway, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 2 more, so we can give him another 2 just to make sure he has abilities. We can give him another 2 or the 1 just to make sure he has abilities that could be used. Because right now he's looking a little bit naked.
Okay, we could give him misinformation specialist then.
So at the very least, we have another method to move dudes. Is that what
I
you're
mean,
thinking?
I think it's a bad ability as well as all the other options we have.
Move a Holloman figure from your city to an adjacent city containing 2 or figure Holloman figure. So from your city to an adjacent city. Establish supply line. Literally nowhere can we establish a supply line. And soldier just allows him to do it without. Yeah, he doesn't need soldier if he has saboteur, so that goes away. Um, are there any troll connections that we could build? No, so okay. I guess he's just gonna have one ability, one extra ability. I mean, and so that leaves us 2 extra money. So One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, two extra money. Just spend them on pop. I don't care where, Brian.
Okay, we'll bump up these last couple of twos to three. Rita is the only low pop spot right now.
I just saw one supply center already in the bag. Did we? Did you put one back and I just wasn't aware of it?
I took one back and you weren't aware of it.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and put a stream marker over here. I want to thank you all for watching on YouTube. Just to let you know, I stream on twitch.tv/killedwithstyle. We usually stream our campaign games on Wednesday, although that might change in the future. We'll see here. We'll see after we finish with this campaign. So if you want to watch it live, come at Wednesday at roughly 7 p.m. Central, maybe a little bit before. Just depends on when we become available. Thank you all for watching. Bye.